Hi, this is Doc Pete, Dr. Butkins, Dr. Pete Butkins. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist and also have a PhD in addictions from the University of Florida. It's in counseling my dissertation was on addictions, relapse prevention with alcoholics and addicts. I have about 45 years of experience working with alcoholics and addicts among the general population. And my life's devoted to arresting this problem in the world. What seems like quite a thing, but I do it the same way you eat an elephant. I do it one bite at a time. So it's probably the most important thing I can tell parents is what I have to tell myself on a daily basis is we're playing hardball. We're dealing with a subject that's very, very difficult. It's very stressful. It's a burnout issue area for therapists and also for parents, and it's real important that we take care of ourselves. Probably the most influential person in your child's life is you, and you. It's the parents. And the number one thing you can do is stay united as a team and parent from a position of power, accurate information. You have to be in charge of your home. You have to get accurate information on addiction, and you have to seek out an expert or a group of experts, such as you'll find at Al-Anon, who can steer you in the right direction and help you with a plan. The first step is to build a relationship with your child. Make sure you don't come out of anger, come out of love, but your attitude should be firm, caring. A tough love approach is best. And the next thing you want to do is talk to your child from a position of power, authority, and again, caring. You need to initiate a conversation where you get information based on what you've seen or heard. You're listening to this tape because you've seen some symptoms and you're concerned about it. Now, the next step is to find out the extent of the problem. That's a diagnosis. You need to find out if your child's experimenting, using it socially, which is really an oxymoron when you're talking about social drug use. But you also have to entertain the idea they may be experimenting, they may be using marijuana, for example, although that's not a benign drug, but they may be using something like that occasionally. It may not have gone into have hardcore abusive stages. And also the abuse is the next stage after social, and the next stage is addiction. So you have to get an idea of which of these stages they're in, because that will determine the type of treatment you do. The next thing you're going to want to do is provide treatment for them, no matter what stage you're in. If your child is under 18, in certain states it's illegal to even drink. So you want to make sure you're in compliance with the law. And you really want to, again, come from a position of authority and power because this is your home. A lot of times, a child that's using can really present a position that's scary. They can, be using at school. They can have some incidences. They can be getting real high. They can be overdosing. You can overdose on alcohol. We call it, passing out and having a hangover. But once you start thinking along the lines based on the accurate information you're getting, you can make better decisions as to what to do. These are a couple things to consider, and really in the initial stages of your exploration of their use and trying to determine what kind of treatment they get, these are the things you're going to want to do, is be united with your spouse and set up the home as a therapeutic type of home where you've got rules, and whether they're abusing it or whether they're addicted to it, you're going to want to have certain guidelines they follow in the house. One of the guidelines should be no drugs, no alcohol. And then after you talk to your child, you're going to want to determine if they have been abusing heavily or are addicted. You're going to want to think about duration and frequency and whether they need detox. But the main thing at this point is to get them in to see somebody that has a lot of experience in this area, and hopefully personal experience too, and can really lead them in the right direction. The only thing I've seen work over the long haul with addiction is 12-step groups. The 12-step groups give a way for the person to feel hope and be in with peers who've had the same problem and who've arrested it. The whole theoretical framework for addiction is that it's an illness, it's a disease, and there is a lot of proof that there are a lot of studies done and a lot of case studies done, and a lot of information leading to the idea that it is a disease. There's a genetic component to it. It runs in families. There's twin studies done. There's studies, all kinds of studies done in experimental laboratories that suggest that there is a craving that comes with alcohol and drug use that's very, very potent and powerful, and it is a chemical reaction to using. Some people get this and some don't. So it's just a matter of determining whether or not you're your child's one of the persons that's getting it. At any rate, Al-Anon's a must. I implore you to go to Al-Anon and get a good feel for what other parents are going through. And don't try to control this or do it yourself or fix it, even though you're probably intelligent and you've probably made a good life for yourself. This is a problem that's bigger than me, it's bigger than you, it's bigger than the family. It really takes outside help. So I implore you to get it. If you want more information on this, I've got tapes, I've got CDs, I've got flash drives that really explore and explain this problem more. My website's www.allaboutaddiction.net. My other website is www.docpetetheimperfecttherapist.com. You can get information on how to reach me and how to get much more information on this. And again, in terms of treatment, if you do decide on treatment, please don't spend $100,000 on inpatient treatment unless you got it, unless you got millions and you just you want to give it away. But please try outpatient first. Try 12-step meetings. A lot of people don't need treatment beyond AA or NA or Cocaine Anonymous. Many do, and a lot of times being involved in a treatment program can put you 6 months ahead of those programs. However, you got to consider the fact that you can really shield the person from the pain and loss that they need to get sober and clean by putting them inpatient and protecting them from the mainstream of life, because this is the goal, is you want them to get back in the mainstream of life and learn how to cope without using drugs or alcohol on a daily basis in society, in school, at work, in the home. And you want to make sure that you're not doing things that are actually protecting the person. Whoever you protect, you weaken. So you got to consider that point of view. But inpatient can be very, very good for some people who need to get out of the environment, who are totally out of control, who may need to detox, and may need to get away from things for a while. But I would try the least restrictive environment first, which is the 12-step programs, outpatient treatment. And again, I implore you, the family connection is really, really important. This is a family phenomenon. So, and that's not a put down. There's a big stigma on drug and alcohol use, but it does run in families, for the family needs to get involved because everyone has been affected. Thanks for listening to me. I hope you learned something that was good. And again, DocPeteTheImperfectTherapist.com. My office, by the way, is in Altamont Springs, Florida, just a little bit north of Orlando. My phone number is 407-718-6960. Office is 407-786-1913. Thanks. Talk to you again.